Okay, let's discuss some more basic definition of tensor. First one is zero tensor. A tensor whose components relative to every coordinate system are all zero are called zero tensors. Next one is symmetric tensor. Symmetric tensor. A tensor is symmetric if Aij is equals to Aji. If we can write them as like this, then we can say a tensor is symmetric. Same as for the skew symmetric tensor. Skew symmetric tensor, if Aij is equals to minus Aji. Now let's move on to the some of the theorems regarding these zero tensor, symmetric tensor and skew symmetric tensor. First theorem is that symmetric property remains unchanged by the tensor law of transformation. Means symmetric tensor remains unchanged under law of transformation. Let's say a symmetric tensor Aij, which means that Aij is equals to Aji. Okay, now we have to show that the transformation is also equal. Then by the tensor law of transformation, A bar Ij can be written as A12 curl x1 over curl x bar I, curl x2 over curl x bar j, and we can also rewrite this as A21 because this component is a symmetric tensor. So A21, rearranging this, curl x2 bar j curl x1 over curl x bar I, which is equals to A bar ji. So from here we can prove that the symmetric tensor remain unchanged under law of transformation. Next theorem is that if tensor is skew symmetric in one coordinate system, then it is also skew symmetric in another coordinate system. Also skew symmetric in another coordinate system. You can proceed same as like this. Consider a tensor Aij is equals to minus Aji, which is the definition of a skew symmetric tensor, and we have to show that A bar Ij is equals to minus Aji, which can be easily shown as we did in the previous theorem. So I am leaving this as an exercise for you. Now let's move on to the other theorem, which is that skew symmetric tensor of rank 2, skew symmetric tensor of rank 2 has n minus 1 by 2 independent components in n-dimensional space. To prove this, we know that 2-rank tensor APQ is equals to minus AQP by the definition of a skew symmetric tensor, and if we put P is equals to Q, then APP is equals to minus APP, which results into 2APP is equals to 0, and which shows that APP is 0. So from here we can conclude that all the components which have the same indices, means 1 1 2 2 3 3, all are 0. And then say we have all the components A11, A12 and A1n in the n dimensional space. Same for the another 21, 22, 2n and n1 up to a_n. Means all these components are 0 in skew symmetric, and the remaining component will be there. Then these all are n square minus n, and as these are skew symmetric to these, then we can divide them by 2. But due to the skew symmetric property, this number reduces by 2. So that's why I divided by 2. Okay, now the total number of components then APQ, total number of components now n square minus n by 2 plus these all 0 components. So the total number of components then will be n minus 1 by 2. Symmetric tensor of rank 2 has n plus 1 by 2 independent coordinates in n dimension. We'll do this in the same style that we did our previous theorem. Let's say for the symmetric tensor property, A alpha beta is equals to A beta alpha, which is defined by the symmetric tensor. Now for the n-dimensional space, in the n-dimensional space, this has n square components of A alpha beta. So A11, A12 up to A1n, A21 up to A2n, and then AN1 to ANN. So by this property, A alpha beta is equals to beta alpha. If we remove these components for a while, let's say, then there will be n square minus n component again. Then we have these component only, this triangle and this triangle. Then these components are only. Now we will divide this by 2 because of the symmetric tensor property. They will reduce by 2, and again adding these n terms of the symmetric tensor components, then we will end up with the components of A alpha beta are nn plus 1 by 2. Okay, thank you.